Actually, my body, I think because of the conditions we are living in, we are in a confinement. Even when you came out, the room was so small. So the activities were very little. When I've come back home, because I'm running around everywhere, my body feels tired. I'm fatigued.
Explain to me and through, of course, to the people of Zambia who are watching you for the first time, did you kill Lawrence Banda?
Me, I can't even kill a chicken. If I want to eat chicken, it's my children who do that, or the workers. And me, I was always talking about peace, being non-violent, especially to the young people. This is in fact a challenge. My arrest should be a challenge to them. That I went into prison for something I never did. By the way, I wasn't even at the scene of the crime. When I spoke in that video, which came from your station, I was speaking as the Deputy Secretary General. And in our party line, if the Secretary General is not there, when you get through the information, it's the Deputy SG who can speak. And when I said I was in Kawoma, yes, I was in Kawoma. And I was trying to save the lives. I was at church myself when that incident happened. By the way, your colleague, and let me take this opportunity, Karen Muchima. When we were in court, before they connected the TV, there's TV in court, for me to watch that video and the court to see that video, he came to me and he said, "Ma'am, these people want us to be enemies. I never intended to do this." I told him, because me, I'm a Catholic. By the way, I was arrested on the 23rd of April. The following week, Wednesday, that was Ash Wednesday. So I've been with the suffering of Christ, as we remember Christ during Easter, twice with him. I told Karen Chima, which upsets the people who were next to me. I said, "My son, I can never hate you. Me, I've forgiven you." Even when I was in that cell, I could pray. And I continue praying for the leadership of the UPND. May they realize that they're looking after God's people. In case you didn't know, if you don't remember, Hakainde Ichilema is my son-in-law. And it's not me who revealed to the world, it was him. During the interview, when he was in the opposition, he wanted me to look bad, and he said, "By the way, Mumbi Phiri is my relative." And some other people would think it's a distant relationship. No. President Hakainde Ichilema and my Sebele, his mother and my Sebele, a man, they came from, their grandparents were sisters. My Sebele's grandparents was a man. In between, there is a professor at the University of Zambia. If you remember, the one whose child was hit, a first-year student, just at the bridge. That's the one who followed. And where Hakainde Ichilema, our president, comes from, the mother comes from, followed that man. It's the same blood. For me, I feel very sad that this could happen to me. I could be incarcerated for a crime I didn't commit. For me, even when I was in prison, people used to ask me, "The way you pray, do you live with Jesus?" I used to tell them, he sits next to me. I could speak to my God direct and tell him, "Lord, you gave me this job because I was praying to you to give me a job in Dingile." By then, people were given cabinet ministries and so forth. When President Lungu gave me that job, I was at, Useko? I went to buy planks for this house where we are living in. Because we started constructing this house, when I was High Commissioner in Kenya. And by the way, you forgot to mention that I was also nominated in President Lungu's time. At the same time, I was doubling as Deputy Secretary General and a nominated Member of Parliament. I was telling my God, Lord, I didn't sleep with anybody to get this job. I didn't use witchcraft to take this job. Speak to me. What's the meaning of this? Why have I come here? And my fellow inmates could ask, as I said, do you see God? I was seeing him in that prison cell. If you look the way I'm looking, I've never been stressed. In fact, even when you heard that I'm a diabetic patient, when the diabetic condition went up, it's because I became overweight. In the normal circumstance, with my height, diabetes, I'm supposed to go up to 75 kg as my weight. In that prison, I went up to 82.78. Then it just triggered. When I was, and I didn't realize I was sick. There was a certain officer who was away for a week. When she came, she said, Mom, Mumbi, because they don't even give you respect. Mumbi, you look sick. Then I said, I'm not feeling anything. I'm okay. The second one came. That's when I decided. I thought I had malaria. When I went to that clinic, my sugar levels had reached 28.5. The nurse who was there panicked, and at least she put some drip until it reduced to 16.5. I went to sleep in the cell. The following day, the overall at the clinic, when they were told the readings, they said rush her to the hospital. When I went to the hospital, the sugar levels were fluctuating from 31. It even went to 31.5. It was coming to 28, 19. The first day it dropped to 4. When I saw that it had dropped to 4, I said, maybe Lord, my God wants to take me. I called for a priest. And I'm so grateful. The church never left me. You won't believe me, in my life, when you had my birthday, somebody even made a mistake that had reached 52 years. It was my 53rd birthday. Then I asked for a priest to come. Ukumpera, we call it Itsulo Chabalwele in our Catholic Church. When I didn't see the priest coming for 2 days, then I said, my Lord is not taking me. The following day, my sugar levels dropped to 2. Even my BP, the down reading, dropped to 45. My body was getting cold. And they told me, you should cover yourself, your body is getting cold. I said, I'm in my menopause, I feel hot suddenly. What you're telling me now, I'm feeling hot. I thank first the church, the oblates in Western Province. They gave me support. At my age, I've never heard of any bishop who has gone to prison to give mass. Bishop Chinyama came and gave mass to all the prisoners. And every week, I was able to receive Holy Eucharist. I give thanks to Father Senzo, who dedicated their lives to me. There's a white father whom I don't know his name, Father Kalebwe, and Father, I've just forgotten the name. I will tell you when I remember.
You earlier mentioned that you and President Hakainde Hichilema, you were actually close relatives. You know,
my daughter is married to his cousin.
Yeah, you've mentioned that, and something that, of course, even him, President Hakainde Hichilema, in one of the interviews you mentioned,
said, yes.
He has also, toured this country. And what do you think this has been all about? Is it because really there's a there's a difference between a relative versus a relative, but also there's also a law which sometimes should take its course, regardless of us being close relatives, you being my mother and I being your child. But if there's something wrong, I have to be punished.
He mentioned himself when I was arrested. I was in Kaoma, I was watching that press briefing. He said, even if you're my relative, even my sister, if you commit a crime, don't even come to me. But the same mouth mentioned that, in fact, Mumbi Phiri was in Kaoma. She was supposed to be arrested when she made that statement. And the good part is Karen Muchima, when he came, he confirmed to the judge that that was an edited version of what was circulating on social media, which only